The Galaxis Prime Concordia station, the center of peace, circled the dying crimson star like a proud scar on glass, or at least its execution. A floating cathedral of diplomatic restraint, constructed from neutron-welded alloys and silent, self-cleaning marble flooring. Humanity arrived late, but the galaxy hadn't come to fight war. It came to observe it, practice it, and measure each other's monsters. The Earth Embassy cruiser's large, triangular shadow caused a ripple of displeasure through the Grand Chamber, while other delegates arrived in elegant corvettes wrapped in telepathic spores. The modestly titled Big Rick Energy floated into port. Earth's contribution arrived with a mechanical whizzes, and a vast drop of 980 ships or blood-powered command towers. Fog machines hissed. A battered cassette player duct-taped to the inner bulkhead blasted Eye of the Tiger. And then stepped out ... Danny, not a general, not a diplomat, just a kid, who looked anywhere between 17 and 25 if you factored in the anxiety-etched jawline, pale wiry eyes, and that slouched posture of someone deeply, cosmically bored. He wore old trousers, a NASA sweater with tattered cuffs, and a backward Milwaukee Brewers cap. One hand clutched a crumpled bag of Cheetos. The other absently thumbed a Game Boy Color duct tape to his forearm. His socks didn't match. The Grand Chamber fell silent. The first to respond were snickers from the hulking, beetle-boned Kraken delegation. General Culthrick of the Crimson Maw 12T sneered with open disdain. Tall and polished like obsidian, he clicked his thoracic spiracles and pointed one serrated finger. "I think that," he said, "is one of the Trakenades humanity has offered." Danny looked up, blinking. "You got Wi-Fi?" "No weapons. No posture. Just standing in the middle of the Galactic Assembly Center ring with bedhead and snack. Dust on his sleeves, dignitaries from 92 sensitive species shifted uneasily. The Alari, made of smoke and dreams, dimmed out of sheer humiliation, a reptilian. Scribe from ISS Carey chewed their ritual soil faster. Earth's ambassador scribbled something and whispered, "This will be memorable." A woman named Nora, heels clacking, jogged after Danny with a briefcase. "Sorry," she muttered as he took a coffee from a Waffle House vending machine. Danny watched a holographic bird overhead and said, "He's with us." "Is that a real species or like ... just animation?" Culthrick rose. "You desecrate this gathering." Ambassador Hu started to speak, but a Trakan soldier, eager to make a scene, stepped forward. He slapped Danny hard. It echoed through the chamber. It wasn't ceremonial, it was violent. Danny stumbled. A single Cheeto floated to the floor. For 2 whole seconds, the galaxy froze. Danny exhaled, looked down at the Cheeto. Then up. "You shouldn't have done that, man," he said calmly. The room ed. Then his foot moved. In 2 seconds, Danny lunged. His fist punched through the plasma-rated helmet, through the face beneath and halfway out the back. The sound? A thunderclap. Wrapped in a wet crunch, the soldier dropped. Sensors fried. Shell shattered. Danny wiped his knuckles on his jeans and on the crumpled Cheetos bag beside the body. "Come on," he muttered. "I just opened that." Culthrick twitched. "Slower now." "What is he?" he asked. Ambassador Hu sighed, sipping Waffle House coffee as whisper translation protocols rippled outward. Some species had no word for teenagers. The closest was feral offspring. One alien whispered, "Did he just use disappointment as a weapon?" Another said, "I saw someone eat 5 string cheeses. He weaponized that." A voice generated by 9 vocal cords asked Earth's ambassador to elucidate. She drank, slowly. "Daniel Greaves," she said. "Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Grew up next to a plastic plant." A hologram hovered. Danny at 10, lifting a missile casing to save a dog. At 14, bench pressing a shuttle part on TikTok. At 16, stopping a riot on Mars with only a glare and a rubber. Chicken. Protocol. Blue Zhang. Not classified anymore. Loretta, he once said, was scarier. "Who's Loretta?" the council asked. "My grandma," he answered. "She increased my bone density." Silence. A nervous alien muttered, "Abort. Abort. "You militarized your children," one cried. "No," said Hu, "they trained themselves." On streets. In playgrounds with soft blankets and scholarships. She folded her arms. Do you know what foster care is? Quinn tapped a file. Redacted lines flashed on the screen. Combat stats. Psychological assessments, but not trained. Not engineered. Just. Earth. The room erupted. You slapped a child, Ambassador Quinn said sharply. You think this is chess? No, you're playing dodgeball in a thunderstorm. How many more like him? A delegate whispered. Quinn didn't answer. The council recessed. Security dampeners buzzed like angry. Beast. Back on Concordia Station? Danny was already gone. Slap remix number 308 played on public holoscreens. Since to back in black. Alien kids with blue skin whispered, Are you the destroyer? Danny shrugged, crunching. He slapped me. She asked, Are you a monster? Danny tilted his head. I'm just hungry. Security bots closed in. Greaves, an alien called, nervously raising a translator drone. You're summoned. Danny stood, tossed his food. Okay, just. Don't do anything fatal. He patted the cleaning robot goodbye. It chirped at him. Later, a Sith ambassador leaned in. He's like curtains in a storm. The Trakan general roared, You slapped a child and made him a weapon. No, Quinn said. He's not a weapon. He's Earth. And Earth? Earth builds nukes before Bluetooth. You slapped the wrong kid. And in return, Earth sent Danny. They didn't win by being better. They won by being incredibly erratic. Danny scratched his head, asking if he could go back to the ship he'd left Die Hard playing. Wynn took the initiative. Assembly members, we advise you to reevaluate your diplomatic approach, she said. Humanity didn't start this. You'll end it, she added, her voice chilled like glass. Everyone stared at Danny, who just shrugged. I'll end it if you touch my snacks again. The assembly thought it was acting rationally after the Daniel Greaves incident. The regrettable moment, a Trakan warrior's skull was flattened. The higher species agreed. Humans didn't need to be punished. They needed to be understood, categorized, contained. They called it Thursday testing protocol. Each species could send its most formidable fighter for a non-lethal encounter with a human. Representative and honorable display of superiority. No armor, no weapons, no tricks. A talent show, but with trauma, Danny muttered. The assembly expected a tactical brute. A military prodigy, maybe a calm psychic. Instead. Earth sent 3 civilians. First, Ralph, a janitor in his mid-50s. Gray ponytail swinging like a war banner. Second, Travis, 6 years old, armed with a half-crushed juice box and the wrath of a dead Game Boy. And third, Loretta Greaves, 73, 5'1", pink windbreaker, orthopedic shoes. Handbag full of God-knows what. At the docking bay. Danny met them. Hey, Grandma, he said. She squinted. Daniel, you're still pale? Are you eating enough? The janitor grunted. So where do we punch the aliens? You're white, Travis added. He's translucent. Ambassador Hu, ghost pale with panic, ran after them. This is symbolic. Minimal violence, no fatalities, she cried, Loretta. Unzipped her WINDBRAKER side, knitting needles. Pepper spray, possibly. A belt of sausages, the arena filled with delegates. Beneath the transparent dome of Concordia's upper decks, the champions stood ready. From the Trakan, Skardthoth, a 10-foot reptilian monster, scarred and chained. From the Alari, a glowing, floating prism with psionic eyes like twin furnaces. And from Earth, Grandma Loretta, she stepped onto the platform like a woman who'd raised 4 kids, endured milk price hikes and survived disco, Skardthoth growled. You are the threat? Loretta yawned. I survived disco. He charged. She walked calmly forward, then swung her handbag. The sound was like a sack of wrenches hitting a steel drum. Physics paused. Skardthoth fell. Loretta checked her watch. He's lucky. Last guy interrupted me at a buffet. Left in an ambulance. Next came Travis. His opponent? A Technarch strategist with a chrome visor, predictive AI, and 15 billion sparring simulations logged. Travis kicked it in the SHINS. It processed the pain, then fell to the floor, sobbing. Travis climbed on top, arms folded. No screen time limit, he said smugly. Gasps from the crowd. Finally, Ralph the janitor stepped up against a psychic. No movement. No sound. The psychic's eyes flickered, then went dark. It collapsed. Ralph spit into a corner. Don't touch. Back in the chamber, dignitaries screamed across languages. This is a manufactured display, a farce. They're just, individuals, someone said. That child crochets with prisoners. That woman teaches knitting to inmates. Ralph has a felony for headbutting a vending machine, Loretta added helpfully. You've been measuring strength, she said. But they're too effective. Because Earth didn't train for combat through sterile systems and perfect logic. It trained through chaos. Messy, adaptive, petty, emotive, resilient. One delegate's voice shook. What if? That's not Earth's best? Quinn smirked. Oh. That wasn't random selection. Silence, again. In the distance. Danny played air hockey with a STH technician. He didn't care that memes of his slap were now dubbed in 34 languages. He just wanted to finish the game. Do you enjoy aggression? The STH asked warily. Nope, Danny said. But Earth raised us. You absorbed combat from movies? Wait, you don't know Power Rangers? Terminator? Predator? Die. Hard? Bloodsport? The alien blinked. Danny groaned. All right. Now I'm offended. Back in the council chambers, the Traken grew more aggressive. We must take action, Culthric snarled. Strike first. Quinn calmly sipped her coffee. Most of our boundaries? We break them ourselves, she said. When you do that, you run into people who don't give a damn anymore. The Alari whispered. So, Daniel, he's not unique? No, Quinn said. He's the courteous one. Culthrac's mandibles twitched. And if we demand justice? Quinn's eyes narrowed. Then send someone braver. And this time